America's biggest loser, Donald Trump, did a promotional appearance today for his TV series in which he pretends to fire people for your entertainment. Joining him on the stage in a Las Vegas casino was a real rich guy who is famous for saying that he, too, likes to fire people.
It's my honor, real honor, and privilege to endorse Mitt Romney. I've gotten... And by the way, this is a great couple. You look at this couple. But Mitt is tough. He's smart. He's sharp. He's not going to allow bad things to continue to happen to this country that we all love. So, Governor Romney, go out and get him. You can do it.
There are some things that you just can't imagine happening in your life. This is one of them. Being in Donald Trump's magnificent hotel and having his endorsement is a delight. I'm so honored and pleased to have his endorsement.
The Romneys were the only couple on the stage because Donald apparently couldn't convince his third wife to make time to appear at the endorsement today, so there was Mitt Romney with his first wife. Every single word that Donald Trump says publicly, every word, is designed to get attention to him so that he can pump up the ratings of his TV show, because unlike Mitt Romney, Donald Trump still has to work for a living. And he so desperately needs the couple of $1 million that he makes on TV that he must spend his life promoting his show. And in show business, any mention of your name is good promotion. Consistency doesn't matter.
Mitt Romney is a basically small business guy, if you really think about it. He was a hedge fund. He was a fund guy. He walked away with some money from a very good company that he didn't create. He worked there. He didn't create.
And he did create companies.
Well, but look, he would buy companies, he'd close companies, he'd get rid of jobs. Well, the thing with Romney, I wasn't in love with the job he did in Massachusetts. He wasn't popular. He was a one-term governor. Didn't have high approval ratings. I don't like that. You know, I'd like a guy that's running for president to be the most popular guy you can have. The Romney care was obviously, not a good situation. Romney has been missing in action. He hasn't done a damn thing.
As recently as last week, the lying vulgarian was still lying about the possibility that he would actually run for president.
But you say, maybe I should listen. And what does that mean?
Well, a lot of people want me to run. I mean, I'm getting it all the time. You saw the poll that came out recently where it said I was the #1 independent candidate. I am concerned if I run as an independent that I'll take a lot of votes away from the Republicans and Obama will walk in. So that does concern me a lot.
That is now Greta Van Sustren's submission segment for Best Actress in a Primetime Cable News Show, keeping a straight face while Donald was talking about running for president. Last week is something no other woman in cable news could do. But there's a guy who could do it.
You said yesterday on your Twitter account that Ivanka, your daughter, would want you to run for president still. So is that question still out there? Have we not resolved this yet?
Well, she actually said on her account, and I thought that was great. You know what that shows? I have a daughter that loves me, a beautiful daughter and a wonderful daughter, and one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Oh, that's the best you can say about your daughter? She is one of the nicest people you've ever met. All right. What did he say after that?
But are you still thinking about it? I mean, there is a movement to get an independent opening on all 50 states.
Well, you saw they did a poll recently, a month ago, and I was the #1 choice in the poll to run as an independent. I was very impressed by that. But the truth is, until The Apprentice ends, which is in mid-May, I'm not allowed to do anything because of some really unfair laws having to do with equal time. So if you're on a show...
Wow, look at that. Sean is really doing a great job of keeping a straight face. Look at that. That is fantastic. Now, he has to know that Trump is lying to him. He knows this is a Trump lie that he's been told before. He's listening to it again. There's no way Sean Hannity can have a primetime show on Fox News and be so stupid as to believe a word of what Trump is saying. There is nothing in any law that prevents Trump from telling Sean Hannity on the spot, right there, that he is going to run for president. That would have absolutely no effect on his TV series. It could proceed as it's scheduled to go on. But of course, as I've always told you, there has never been a possibility, not a shred of possibility, that Donald Trump would run for president. Donald Trump is actually much more self-aware than he appears to be. He knows that he's not smart enough to run for president. He knows that he doesn't have the courage to run for president. And it doesn't take a great deal of courage, but he knows he doesn't have that much. And most importantly, he knows he cannot afford to run for president. He simply isn't rich enough. He doesn't have $1 billion that it would take to blow on a Trump presidential campaign, in which he knows he would lose. And finally today, finally, he, in effect, admitted all of that, every bit of it, by endorsing a rich, robotic candidate who can afford to run for president and who never changed his message in any way to get Donald Trump's endorsement, but was willing to appear in a Vegas casino to get that endorsement, even though Mitt Romney's religion is opposed to gambling.